utility gold rush of our generation is the deployment of gigabit broadband. Swarms of construction personnel are pushing rods and pulling conduits through the maze of incumbent pipes and cables buried in our rights-of-way. Along the way, construction best practices are occasionally compromised, and utilities are sometimes unable to stay current with the demand for locating services. As a result, utility damage occurs. In Brandon, boring fiber optic cable resulted in a boil order for 600 inconvenienced customers.
Right now, we're just asking them to make sure that they are aware of the boil water notice.
There are fiber install projects, however, that produce more worrisome results. Although this accident occurred early in the year, Frisco's experience with damaged utility lines continued throughout 2015. Over 20 gas line damages were attributed to the fiber install project.
They knocked out our cable and TV, which of course is just an inconvenience, but I feel for the families that have had to worry about whether or not they have to evacuate their house or if their house will be there when they get back. They're not pushing so fast, maybe not so many mistakes will be made.
On December 17th, the city issued a stop work order for all fiber contractors after 2 gas lines were damaged in one day, causing the fire department to roll in the morning and afternoon for gas monitoring and the evacuation of nearby residents. Following promises of better project coordination by the phone and gas companies, the stop work order was lifted on December 28th. Good boring practices call for utility lines being crossed not only to be exposed, but that the pothole extend to the depth of the planned bore. It's hard to say that all the gas lines in Charlotte are being exposed when, following a gas line damage, fiber crews make the comment that their technology told them their drill was at a depth where it wouldn't hit the line, but it did. Following a water line strike and a gas line strike within a week of each other in his neighborhood, a homeowner in another Google Fiber city said this after attempting to contact the company. "We've not heard anything from Google Fiber, and again, we're glad they're here. We just would like them to communicate with us on why these things continue to occur and what they're doing to make them right."
I don't know what safety concerns are going to happen next. I mean, are they going to cut another gas line? Are they going to cut another major phone service cable?
I would hope to guess that the majority of the gas lines are being excavated when there's trenchless excavation happening within the tolerance zone of that gas line. Unfortunately, I would probably guess it's probably closer to 50% of those lines are actually being exposed and 50% are not being exposed.
Utility companies hiring contractors to perform horizontal directional drilling may have seen the future with regard to their liability as a result of an August 2015 verdict. We hope if any good can come out of this tragedy, that it will be big companies paying more attention to their contractors, and paying more attention to the law and trying to follow it when they are installing underground utilities in our city.
Whether you look at a Google Fiber or other utilities in the telecommunication or electric or gas industry, they're going to look to see, look what happened to them. We're not going to be absolved of these practices just because we're pushing all that liability down to the contractors that we hire. It's coming back up to, ultimately who's responsible for those lines going in.